Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Tuesday edition of NMH at 1. I'll be your host, Priska Agnolo, and thank you so much for joining us today. Heading straight into the video news segment for today. Tiemo Haidula spoke to 20-year-old mother of two, Rosalia Sakaria, who fled to Namibia due to the severe drought in Angola.
20-year-old Rosalia Sakaria is one of the many Angolans who are seeking refuge in Namibia and have flocked to the country over the past weeks. This is a result of the prolonged drought in that country, which has displaced many young men and women. She and her sister sit along the Epalela Road hoping to hitchhike to Itake. They do not have any money left, so they are hoping to catch a lift from a Good Samaritan. They last got a meal on Saturday night. Angola's long-lasting drought, which has affected residents since at least 2012, means its inhabitants have not been able to make a living. Sakaria said the father of her children works as a farmer at Itake, and he has asked them to come to Namibia so that he can take care of them. They entered Namibia on the 7th of March through an unfixed fence along the Kaluwek border post. Sakaria said that they had to get rid of all their livestock back at home and sold the remaining 2 pigs for 300 Angola kwanza, which is $7 Namibian each.
In footage by Esther Kamati, we meet Wilma Hawases, who owns a small farm on the outskirts of Ochuarongo. She airs her concerns about some of the challenges faced by farmers and expounds on the support farmers can get from stakeholders. She made these comments at an engagement with the Agro Marketing and Trade Agency yesterday.
Beautiful pictures were shown to us, but I think by this time, we kind of like need to move beyond painting good pictures for farmers and giving them hopes of a good produce. By this I meant that people really want to farm. Farming is the backbone of any nation. We need to eat, and everything starts with the ground. But how are we really going to give you produce? You are telling us you need to be contracted. But where does it start? It starts with land. It starts with land, and land, we don't have land. We have got small places to produce potatoes for you and to give you potatoes. We need one person at least needs 20 hectares to 30 hectares to make it really commercial, and we don't have.
SWAPO Chief Whips donated 100 food packages to the residents of Otoya informal settlement in Walvis Bay. Erongo Governor Neville Andre gave a brief update on the housing situation at the settlement. Irene Marie van der Walt submitted this clip.
Honorable Vanguda from the region, on behalf of the region, and of course also on behalf of the victims and the people of Otoya, I accept this donation and I'm thanking you as a party for really coming to the assistance of the needy people. Surely this food that you have donated today will go to the beneficiaries, all of them, irrespective of their political affiliation. And that exactly is really what you are portraying or what you are exercising, that as Namibians, we need to stand together at the times of need. And that is exactly what you did, what the party has done, that because, of course, government is faced with this challenge, and you would want to be part of the solution in this challenge that they are doing, that we are faced with. The progress of the building of the houses is ongoing. Surely You have also seen that the people are still intense, but we have last week, 2 weeks ago, we started with the construction of the houses, and we have about 27 houses at roof level. And surely by the shortest possible time, we'll be able to have the people moving out of the tents and finally have a different environment that is conducive, which is in a proper house with electricity and toilet flushing, which they have been crying for quite some time. I also want to, of course, thank you as members of parliament for the assistance and the contribution and the support you have given to us in the region, because we have really received a lot of support. That when the fire broke out, I have seen how caring Namibians are, because they came in all walks of life and they said, we are going to help these people because they need the help. And really, I just want to thank you for being part of the people of Namibia, peace-loving Namibians, who said that let us help those that really need the assistance during this difficult time. So I'll surely give this to the intended beneficiaries, and I'm sure they will tell me that thank you to the parliamentarians and the Super Party, the Chief Whip, for coming to their needs. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Pacing back and forth, thinking about me, 'cause you can't get enough. It's the second time that the phone ring, but I won't pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, no. That looks like your face on the floor. You should pick it up. You said the last time was the last time, and the last night you broke every promise. I saw a new girl, all in your life, then you deleted it, trying to hide.
In our COVID-19 monitor for today, Namibia's rolling average of new cases per day has slightly increased to 177 from 165. The map shows how the country's 2,437 active cases were distributed by Sunday. Windhoek had 461 active cases and a recovery rate of 96%. Active cases in the capital city almost doubled over the past week. Only 49% of cases in the Zambezi region have recovered. This region had 320 active cases, followed by Kavango East with 300. Regions with more than 200 active cases were Oshana with 251, Oshadonjupa with 222, Erongo with 210, and Ohangwena with 205. The other biggest change of the week was in Kunene, where only 27 active cases remained and the recovery rate jumped to 96%. Do join us tomorrow for the latest news on positive cases amongst healthcare workers, a number which is also increasing again. Moving on to our dailies. Namibian Sun reports that Namibia is seeking to attract over 200 billion Namibian dollars worth of investments from the United Arab Emirates, having recently sent a delegation there to court that country's business communities to invest in several projects here. The projects include the new international terminal at the Hosea Kotako International Airport, a deep water port at Luderitz, and Nekartel Dam's Green Scheme Irrigation Farm, amongst others. Republican reports that many Angolan nationals have fled to Namibia in recent weeks due to the prolonged drought, sneaking into the country through an unfixed fence along a border post. It was either stay and die or flee and risk finding hope, one of the refugees, 20-year-old mother of two, Rosalia Zakaria, said. The drought in Angola has affected residents since at least 2012. Allgemeine Zeitung reports that some parts of northwestern Namibia received heavy rainfall for the first time during this year's rainy season, and more rain is expected. Residents have been warned of flash floods. The highest measurement was recorded at Lodge Ondundu, situated 40 kilometers south of Kamanyab, with 65 millimeters measured there on Sunday. The Namibian reports that small-scale farmers in the Kunene region have given up hope of survival because of the worsening drought in the area, with some falling prey to opportunists charging them as much as 5 goats for 150 kg bag of maize meal. New Era reports that the first batch of COVID-19 vaccine doses are headed to Namibian shores this week, according to Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi Shangula. He said that the precise date of arrival will be communicated soon. And moving on to the inside pages of the country's dailies. Namibian Sun reports that Popular Democratic Movement leader McHenry Vanani says there is nothing wrong with him being afforded additional perks, which include a taxpayer-funded car, bodyguard, personal assistant, driver, and an office at Parliament. Republican reports that 2 children were hit by lightning on Saturday evening at Enana. According to a police crime report, 4-year-old Veronica Jeremiah and 6-year-old Toini Nangonda died at the scene. Investigations continue. The Allgemeine Zeitung reports that an alleged cyberbully has rattled the Namibia tourism industry. The founder of the Namibia Travel and Tourism Forum, Nirupesh Soni, has made allegations against several associations online. He has also reportedly threatened several people in late-night text messages. Soni has since been threatened with defamation charges, and last week the police questioned him about a public complaint. The Namibian reports that Public Enterprises Minister Leon Euster has removed one of Transnamib's board members. Oscar Cavero, who was appointed in February 2019, allegedly tried to extort kickback money from FB to Toy Transport during a property sale. Cavero has denied the claims. New Era reports that a man who was convicted last year of murdering his girlfriend by stabbing and nearly decapitating her 7 years ago is now suing the state for allegedly having been assaulted by correctional officers. Ananias Ekongo Nailenge is claiming 700,000 Namibian dollars in damages for the reported assault by 8 officers in July 2017. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. I've been your host, Priska Anyolo, live for NMH at 1, hoping that you have a great Tuesday and to please continue to adhere to COVID-19 safety protocols. Do stay tuned for the weather as well.